Recently, I did a vlog on Reiki symbols and Reiki as a light language, and I wanted to follow that up with this video on how Reiki is far beyond hands-on healing. That's definitely been my experience. I am Eleanor Corey, a Reiki master teacher, have been practicing Reiki for 20 years and teaching for 19. I'm also a Kundalini yoga teacher, and I am a spiritual life guide. I lead sacred journeys amongst other wonders on my journey, on my path. And in the past 20 years, one of the things that's become glaringly apparent, obviously, in the last few years for myself, is that Reiki very much is far beyond a hands-on healing practice. And I think that that's one of the ways that we come into Reiki, is that we come into it with that inspiration and desire to work on ourselves and to also heal others. When really what we now know is that everybody heals themselves. So, and we just support and facilitate that activation for them. I also traveled to Japan, Kyoto, to Mount Kurama, which is where Mikao Usui and the system of Reiki originated from. And definitely that experience, and as I dove more into the Japanese art of Reiki, Reiki already is and was for me a life's path and something that I integrated into my everyday life, but it very much is a spiritual path. And that's not in essence that it's Reiki and it's a Reiki path and it's like a religion. Not at all. Reiki is a path and a way of living and an essence that really complements and integrates with all paths and all religions, if that's something that you're connected to. And at its core has a spiritual essence to it. And I think that that sometimes gets missed in the Reiki practice. Obviously, I'm completely passionate about Reiki and the self-treatments, particularly lately, like the incredible benefits. And it's such a wonderful gift to be able to share with others the hands-on healing quality and essence, and especially remotely as well. Given that, there is the element that Reiki as a practice has a capacity to shift our consciousness and to shift our awareness. So it very much is one of those practices that, and one of those ways of living that aligns with what's happening on our planet currently, and the shift that's happening on our planet, and the kind of word that we hear a lot of, Ascension, which is really just about shifting and expanding our consciousness and our awareness and ascending, if you will, from our mundane way of living and our victimhood and our suffering into a state of greater consciousness and awareness about the capacity that we have to create and shift our life and the world around us and our experience of the world around us. So sometimes in the spiritual and healing arena, Reiki kind of gets seen as, oh, it's just a hands-on healing, and it just kind of gets diminished and minimized, but it has so much more capacity to it. And for me, it's very much a system and an energy that is me, that is connected to my source connection, that's always expanding, always growing, just like the universe. It's always expanding, it's always growing. And it is limitless and inexhaustible and indestructible. So it's always moving with the current times, in my experience. And what I know about Usui Reiki and Mikao Usui is that for him, Reiki very much was a journey of enlightenment. His experience, his Reiki experience on Mount Kurama was an enlightened experience. And his order from his teacher, is what it's passed down to us, was to share with the world not only the gift of healing that he was given, but also his enlightened experience on Mount Karama. Yeah. So Reiki has an incredible capacity of enriching our lives, of enlightening us, and of helping us to expand our awareness and consciousness. And at the core of Reiki is meditation. My self-treatments are a meditation. Treating others is a meditation. Reiki was born out, well, the Reiki energy is like life itself, and the universe itself, in my experience, like has really no beginning and no end. It just is, and it's been in existence since the beginning of time. And the Reiki system comes out of Japan and was birthed out of Mikao Usui. And in my experience, it is limitless and endless, and has the capacity to transform and transcend us, and also our world and our world around us. So I hope that this gives you a deeper awareness. If you're trained in Reiki, you probably might already know this, or if you're trained and have been kind of grappling with it, meditation is at its core. It was birthed out of a meditation. And so when we do our meditations, Reiki is with us. So Reiki and meditation are one and the same. I love to meditate on the symbols. I love to meditate in the Gasho position, which is palms together, Anjali Mudra. I love to meditate just in that Reiki field and be in stillness and soak in that essence of Reiki. And I find that it supports me and enriches me in countless ways, and has shifted my consciousness in such profound ways, and has been such a wonderful complement to all the other practices and modalities and spiritual paths that I am on, that I've experienced. So when you think of Reiki, definitely think of it as not just hands-on healing, but really a tool, a gift, a practice that can shift your entire consciousness, and especially support you in this shift on the planet and all the changes that we are going through, and the ascension, if you will, that we are all on.